Welcome back to Daily Persuasion. I'm Joshua Lisec, the New York Times bestselling author and co-author and ghostwriter of more than 95 nonfiction books. I'm also a professional hypnotist. And in this show, I curate through my one-of-a-kind perspective commentary on the days and weeks news so that you can better influence the VIPs in your life. Now, you might have just observed Super Bowl 59 and how there was a lot of two things happening simultaneously, and they quite clashed. Trump won, so we're not doing woke stuff anymore. And yet, the Super Bowl program, let's say experience, seemed as if they forgot, at least part of it, forgot that Trump won, as if it was planned back in 2024. And as Scott Adams said, as we watched the Super Bowl unfold, we thought, oh, this is so 2024. This is the before times. Now, there were instances of Black excellence. I'll use that phrase. I'll accept that. We're going to embrace and amplify. We had two Black or half Black quarterbacks. We had the historically Black college and universities, the HBCUs marching band. We had fantastic athletes. We had demonstrations of Black excellence during the Super Bowl, during the unfolding of things. We had the national anthem. We had people who were great at what they do, excellence, and they are Black people. That is not woke. It's not woke. What is woke? What is woke is the Black national anthem, for example, which is a Black separatist experience. We must be separate from you as a race. That's woke. The commercial, for example, of the Black girl playing flag football and beating an entire team of course, it had to be Brad, of 1980s style athletic white guys, which could never happen. That is woke. Now, why is it woke? Because it's Black supremacy. It's Black supremacy. It's you are white and male, and because I am Black and female, I am better than you. It is supremacy. It is superiority. It's not just race, but it's also gender. So you call it intersectional example. I am better than you because I am Black and female. That is Black supremacy. That is what woke means, to be woke. If you've read The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin, which is a fantastic book, and I think if you want to understand these issues, if you want to understand the frame in which Black separatism operates and where it comes from, if you want to understand that, The Fire Next Time is by James Baldwin. It's a 150-year, basically old book at this point. I highly recommend that if you want to understand the reasoning and the advocacy for that. That is the beginning of wokeness, beginning of woke, and you can understand that. You don't have to agree, but you can understand, and that's okay. That's enough for most of us. If we're trying to operate from a persuasive perspective, we have to understand who it is that we're talking to. The Black national anthem is an example of that woke Black separatism. And then when we see demonstrations of I'm Black, therefore I'm better than you, I am excellent because I am Black versus I am excellent at what I do. Oh, and also I'm Black. The former is woke. The latter is not. If you have observed cultural demonstrations of Black excellence, we'll call it, in the 80s and 90s and very early 2000s, it was just Black people being great at what they do, culturally, professionally, academically, etc. And we didn't need to say, look, it's a Black person, they're better than you, and they're Black. Look how Black they are, and Blacker and better than you they are. That wasn't a thing that happened. It has happened since about 2014-ish. So woke lasted about 10 years, and we're seeing the sort of that sort of cultural be a bit zombified and still kind of exist, simply because the program was planned that way. Much in the same way that the Thanksgiving parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving parade of 2024, it seemed like it was run as if Kamala Harris won, as were some of these commercials and some of these parts of this program for the Super Bowl 59. It was as if Kamala had won and they didn't get the memo. So it's still very much 2024. The 2014 instance of Trayvon Martin and the support of him, despite the violence that was involved in that, from his perspective, President Barack Obama at the time defending him, and then that's sort of this police brutality narrative came about, and Black separatism and Black supremacy became culturally accepted and advanced institutionally at that point. But again, if you want to understand why that was the case, because we want to understand why these things, if you can understand why, you can sympathize with people, you can understand the world through their eyes, and then you can pace them, and then you can lead them out of that, which is what you want to do. That's the subtext here. See you next time.